What's going on, everyone? Time to smoke some ponies here, man. You know what I mean? You know, not the cool ones, but the diluted toxic fanboys like Tripster and this other idiot, which I'm gonna get to in a second. So he tries to put Donkey Kong up against the wall at 3.5 million in 3 months. Can't do install-based math. We know something's wrong with his brain. Along with 3.3 million in 1 month. This is pretty funny, by the way, because the Switch 2 launched Donkey Kong the second month of its release. That install base was less than 10 million at that time, much less. And it's at 3.53 with that install base. Let's keep this in mind, right? So we're gonna go through this, and we're gonna make fun of this idiot, and we're gonna make fun of another loser too, which I kind of think is funny. We're gonna go right to my page and get through this. So if you go down here, it says right here, Pokemon Legends EA sold 6 million in a week, right? Of course, he's not gonna post that because he's a fraud. 10 million Switch 2 units versus 85 million PlayStation 5 units. And then let's come out here. Donkey Kong has a 91 meta, by the way. Game of the Year contender, could win it, along with 9 user score rating. Nintendo has the top. Let's talk about the games they launched. Hades 2, Zelda, they're all selling like crazy. They have the highest rated games, 91. And keep in mind, I have nothing against PlayStation. You guys know this, but this is against fanboys. You guys know this. Mario, right here, as we see, that got released too. That's going to be selling millions. And then Xenoblade Chronicles. Let's talk about their games. Mario Kart World, which we know is at 10 million. Is it literally just pretty much got updated. And then Ghost of Yotei finally at 86 Metacritic. Okay, this is the game that they have to talk about. This one game, by the way, Nintendo dropped multiple games consistently, and they're breaking records here. So let's just get that out the way because let's go right to this. 8.2 user score, because we need to scale all metrics. 91, 90. Sorry, but no. And Mario Kart World is higher, and so is those other games. So we got that out the way, right? So we can put this idiot in his place. This is what it's going to look like over time, because this over time is going to keep selling. Nintendo titles are evergreen. In order for you to keep selling, what you're going to do, you're going to have to drop the price. Fanboy, I'm going to help you out. And you're going to have to put your game on PC. This is going to pass you up, though, over time, because it's evergreen. And it's going to keep on selling with this install base. This is because people don't know what they're talking about. And you're going to look very dumb when the sales of that tank off. You're going to have to drop the price to stay relevant. I love the game. I'm enjoying it. You know what I mean? But when people are grifting and saying dumb stuff, I got to put them in their place. You guys know how this is. You haven't seen this in a while, but Pony, sit down. No, Pony, sit down, because we're going to get to the next one here in a second. This is what I told him. Do you know the difference of install base? Donkey Kong will surpass 10 million. Pokemon Legends will sell over 10 million this year. Mario Kart World is already 10 million. Kirby Air Riders will sell 10 million. And Metroid Prime will sell millions. And Hyrule Warrior will sell millions. Look at that. Look at all those games already. Astro Bot had 1.5 million copies in 9 weeks, and it's supposed to be Game of the Year. If you want to compare, look how to compare correctly. Not trying to make PlayStation look good by one angle, when all these angles I just showed you slapped you all over the place, Tripster. Sit your punk ass down. You don't know what you're talking about. Let's go to this loser next. Look at this guy. This guy's even bigger loser. I don't know, man. That's kind of hard. He's doing the same thing as Tripster. The new Tomcat guy, he's a moron, trust me. He says, are Nintendo dorks as stupid as bots? Neither of them seem to be able to work out simple math. Oh, I guess you can't do the correct math of an install base with the cells, with the install base of the cells. So you want me to help you out since you obviously can't do math? I find it funny this guy makes this post. Hear me out. He makes this post without realizing how stupid he really is. That he just embarrassed himself, because I don't think he realizes what he just said. What's the percentage of Ghost of Yotei's 3.3 million to Sony's 85 million? You want to do the math, buddy? What's the percentage base of 3.5 million to 10 million? That 10%, that 10 to that 3.5, and that 3.3 to the 85. Remember, 10, 85 difference, a 75 million difference between these gaps right here. Oh man, do you? I'm gonna let you do it in your own private time just to help you out. You ready for that percentage ratio? Because Mario Kart World has like a 97% attach ratio. Obviously, they're still about the bundles, but the point is that do you think you're ready for that? Because there's no DK bundles. Pokemon Legends opened at 6 million, like I said. Watch the percentage attach ratio of Nintendo games compared to PlayStation. Just gotta put these ponies in their place because you don't know what you're talking about. And then, so who is actually stupid here? You are. Along with Tripster tripping up all over himself. Catch yourself, man. Catch yourself. Catch yourself, you know what I mean? Because AJ's gonna have to wake you up a little bit. You know what I mean? That's what we got to do here. Neither of them seem to be able to work out simple math. No. You had the opportunity to do the correct thing. You're dumber than whoever you're saying that is. As a matter of fact, I don't know who Nintendo you're talking about, but this is fanboy at its finest. So you insulted the Xbox space, calling them bots. Whoever you're talking to about this, I don't understand how they're in this situation, because this is Nintendo and Donkey Kong and PlayStation and Ghost Yotei. Nothing against that game. I own it. You guys know I got whatever time on it. But who is the one that can't simply even realize that you don't even have to type it in, but you could say, hey, man, 3-something million to 85 million install base and 3.5 million to a 10 million install base. You don't even have to look up the number. Nobody wants the true number here because we don't even have to get that far. But that alone is automatically so obvious to you, and so obvious to anyone, even in middle school, maybe even kindergarten, where they could all say, yes, we all get it. So I think you need to go back to elementary math, buddy. They claim Donkey Kong beat Ghost of Yotei because Donkey Kong sold 3.5 million and Yotei 3.3 million. But Donkey Kong took 4 months to get that. No, it didn't. Once again, you're wrong again. So Yotei did it in 1 month. You're not understanding the picture here, dude. Once again, install base difference. Install base difference, ratio percentage. The ratio percentage here is telling you the true math, the attachment ratio percentage. Everybody knows Nintendo has a God tier attach ratio. You do not try to compare first party with Nintendo, because what you're going to do is you're going to get embarrassed by somebody who knows what they're talking about, neutrally speaking here. But I'm passionate about this. This has nothing to do with me liking Nintendo more than anything, but this is about, you said working out simple maths. Psychologically, let's evaluate your aspect of missing that out. Or did you try to paint it a certain way? No, I really think you just thought that you were being smart. Now you're being put on blast. You're on YouTube. People are going to be seeing it. People are going to be enjoying this. And they're going to realize that this guy does not understand math and the ratio percentage. Time to do some ratio education for you, buddy. So, just to help you out, remember, Sony launched 2 games this year. Death Stranding, which didn't sell that well, but it's still a great game. I love Kojima. And Ghost of Yotei. Nintendo also had Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong, Pokemon, Metroid Prime 4 is coming, Kirby Air Riders is coming, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, and Zelda 4K Edition Next Gen, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom 4K Next Gen, Kirby Air Riders Expansion. Yeah, oh yeah. All those free updates, you know what I mean? We're getting into the 10 to 11 range. Do you really want to compare first-party sales? I don't think you're ready to do this, man. Because if you look at it in totality, it is no competition, man. And we're talking about what you're publishing and what you're developing. What did Nintendo develop this year and release? And what did Sony develop? You see what I mean? You want to play these games because you, unlike Tripster, who's a major loser, you want to kind of like point out these angles. You know what I mean? Where he does this right here without realizing you got put in your place right here, because you need to compare platformers. And that game takes so much from Mario. Mario don't need Astrobot. Astrobot needs Mario. They need Nintendo to make that game, or it doesn't exist. Just like Power World needs Nintendo and Pokemon, or you don't exist. This is what I don't understand, why you people disrespect the roots, but you're a little branch out on the tree talking a lot of mess. Understand the master, understand the roots, but you're not doing that. You're little children to me. So you do this and paint this picture, but without realizing what you're really going to be opening yourself up to being exposed to. And I had to put you in your place, because then you're going to realize there's nothing wrong with Ghost of Yotei. I love the game. But let me help you out here, man. See who's at the top here? This ain't on PlayStation either. This is doing well too and could win Game of the Year. This is only on Nintendo and PC. You don't have it. They have the best games. You see this? 95. This is an amazing game too. And that's also coming as well, but it's not an exclusive. See what I mean? First party, only on Nintendo in the console world. First party, doing well on there too. First party, good game, by the way. Have that, but nobody's talking about that for some reason. Yeah, because you don't have no vanity for it, but it's a good game though. I like it. You know what I mean? First party. They're going to make a Switch 2 version of this, trust me. First party, and then here, you have 2, but how much does Nintendo have? So, Tripster, what are we doing here? Oh, already. You know what I mean? It's barely been, look, June, July, August, September, October, November. It's barely been half a year. We're in November. We haven't even got to half a year yet. Now we have that many games out. We still got Metroid Prime 4. We just had Hyrule Warriors drop. And we got Kirby Adders. 3 more exclusives are on the way. And next year they have that all lined up too. Boy, you better look at the full picture before you try to paint a CNN news angle, Tripster. Ponies, sit down. Haven't done this in a while. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this. Had to put these ponies in their place. Now, PlayStation gamers, you know I've been doing some PlayStation content. This has nothing to do with you guys, as I said before. Xbox gamers are still hanging there. I'm sorry, but you know, Microsoft did that to you, not me. PC Steam gamers, hang in there. You know what I mean? Nintendo gamers, you guys know I love y'all too. You guys are the least ridiculous when it comes to things. But all in all platforms, hey man, if you're enjoying it, have somebody come to me, hey man, I'm still enjoying Xbox. So what? I don't have a problem with that. Good, man. I'm glad. I will never beat that down. If that's what's working for you, cool. I would never attack that. What you're going to see me attack is the toxic fanboy nonsense and the fakes nonsense. Like this going on, where it's like, what's with this hating? Like, this Nintendo hate is out of control. I can understand, like, the Pokapia game key card. Like, I'm thinking about doing a video on that because that's BS. I agree with you on that. And I don't like that because you make so much money anyways. It's like, yeah, that's ridiculous. But anyways, peace out, y'all. Have a great day. Later.